Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of We Die Too Much in PGL's Monday Corner. Today we are going to be continuing our playthrough of last case, bonus case, of Ace Attorney. First game. Might or may not get distracted depending on what this little imp-like fellow is doing in my arms, but as she is refusing to sleep and the show must go on, maybe we'll provide her with enough entertainment for her to sleep. I don't know if that would have the opposite effect, actually. But who knows? Okay, let's just start for now and see where we're at. Let's go! One murder at the prosecutor's office, one at the police department. He must be frozen with fear, thinking that he might be next. I don't know, man. Don't scare the poor guy. Yeah, I don't think you would ever think about that unless you have some. You're naturally just scared. Anyways. Here. We do it somewhere else. Go here first. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's spot. It makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. That must be one of the detectives. Probably something to himself. No, the killer used dry ice. If you put it between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut. This is good. I'll win a writer's award for sure. Not writing a report. Writing a novel. Oh, this guy. Oh, he's doing. That must be the chief of the. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Detective killed in the evidence room? Found no one outside the police department. No! I told that old lady at the restaurant everything! What? Dude! Confidentiality. Someone's getting a demotion. No kidding. So this is the police mascot, is it? Blue Badger, future star of the police force. Does that a little change? Ah, well, the dancing Blue Badger is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting edge stuff. Very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter and she burst into tears. I mean, that's scary. Don't show her the moving mock-up outside then. You'll give her nightmares. Poster of a female police officer. Wait, no. That's the latest base uniform calendar. My bad. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I'd expect. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. We can move from here to the evidence room, right? I'm guessing. Oh, hey, guess what? Today is February 23rd for us too. What a coincidence. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room. Scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is. It's like a kid at an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Why would the pamphlet show us the location of that? I feel like that should be fairly like confidential. But okay. Oh, I know who works here. Look at all that like southern touches of decor. Using the lasso too. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door beyond that door is the evidence room. Right? Sure seems that way. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti! They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. You can't handle those cacti. Stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where is the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Yeah, I have a feeling too. Okay, let's examine some stuff. There's a security guard uniform hanging there. That does not look like a security guard uniform, but okay. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What's that called again? A punchy? A paunchy? Poncho, you mean? A pinchy? I know, a poochie! Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Yipes, they sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. Ugh. You're too tall. Also, encased in the cold, rigid pelvis in every direction, just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Yeah, I thought so too. This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cacti would fall over. Ouch! I'd see it be more of a yarg myself. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Yeah, we should check it out, dude. Oh, there's a lot less to check out. I thought there would. Look, on the floor! A lasso! Looks like it's set up to trap something. Trap here? Wait, I know! Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed! Sure have an active imagination. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Yeah, we probably do. And the chief would give us permission. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please! Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. What, he goes to Lunchland too? Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Aw, poor Gumshoe. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. Criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, Another detective was killed at the police department. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, it was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, was it? Listen, pal. All I know is I need me a steak lunch. Pronto. Hi, Elaine. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly. Can I have your card, dude? I want access. But wait! Don't leave! If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over. So I figure he's down here having a good cry. Later. Who's having a good cry? He ran out to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Alright, can we go after him? No? Is he not here? Okay, never mind. Aww. Yes. We can go... Maybe? Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. How are you able to access his office when he's not here? Like, you did this twice, guys. I'm sure he's out doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Well, let's just examine his room first since we're here. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. Sure, there's a story behind why it's in the frame. Maybe I'll be naughty. Take a picture. I'm way too excited about this. He wants such a prestigious award. Why would he just leave it on the couch? Yeah, you'd think he'd want to show this thing off more than that giant steel samurai. Then again, Edgeworth has always been like that. Really? Hey, I should write this down. Tell me, what was he like as a kid? Back in elementary school, he won awards for all kinds of things. Speech contests, essays, playing the flute, golf tournaments. That doesn't exactly sound like typical elementary school stuff. He always hated receiving awards. He'd make some smart remark like, I know the path that I've walked. No one else needs to tell me. What a cool guy. Her opinion on jiggle mechanics? I mean, she partakes in smacking the jiggle mechanics, but I don't think she particularly cares for them that much. And yeah, she's very restless today. I don't know why. See how awake she is? That's why she is our special guest. How can you be this? How? How? Ah. 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 Phew. That's how he's always been. Kind of gets under your skin, doesn't it? Does it? A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so high I can see my own reflection. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Hey, Emma, stop stealing, please. I see Pika's playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure since it's close to mid. Don't. He'll sue you. Yeah, for sure, he'll sue you. Maybe not my mechanics. Well, I haven't had her try other people's mechanics, dude. That's a little bit too much, I feel. Here, why don't we try it on yours next time you come up if you're willing. And what do you mean I can't make those noises with no camera? I'm trying to be a responsible adult and like not show people faces that shouldn't be seen, you know? No? Whoa! What a view! It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, for you to jump out this window, the speed at the time of impact would be... Got it! Approximately 70.7 miles per hour. That's handy to know. Is it? Would you ever jump out of that window? Maybe game ones? Oh, well, I mean... I don't know. She was pointing at my Tifa posters earlier. So that could be a thing. Oh yeah, like the reel you sent me. That was like a little bit ridiculous. My, what an amazing bouquet! Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. I've heard that name somewhere before. And here beside it, Giant Steel Samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? Something written on the bottom of his foot. In a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Lots of Wendy's. Is your Edgeworth's fiance? Okay. I don't think so. You a fan of Edgeworth's now? Ooh, cute! What a pretty tea set! I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packets of teas. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend! What an exquisitely splendid concoction! I think it's taking a hobby too far. Really? I don't know, I feel like Pika would approve. Whoa, these are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. Oh, actually, you know what? Oh wow, I feel like we read some of these before. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on the ladder. That'd be kind of cool. Whoa, these are all case files? Oh, what the heck? Thought I clicked the right one, never mind. I wish there was a skip button. Oh, look, Dino's also playing Hello Kitty Adventures. Hey, a chessboard! I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Oh my god. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. I don't know about that. It could be something. Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and nap. I bet he pours over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves. Oh, okay, you know what? You already said that. I remember. Sofa hair is cool? Huh. Wonder why they never keep the check marks for stuff that we've already. Everyone's playing, except for you, Elaine. You're not playing Hello Kitty. Okay, well. I thought somebody would come here, but apparently not. Did we examine everything already? I feel like we kind of did. Sorry, no, you're not Zuby, sorry, I'm just joking. Whoa, where should we begin? Whoa! I think I already saw this. Chief of Police was right about that. But I can't help but think. Someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Oh wait. I just realized something. Or maybe not. Let's see. Oh. Gumshoes. I should have presented him. Damn. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Let's not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get Whoa, what the heck? What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was against a perpetrator again. I was perpetrated against, sir. Oh, it's you. Hi, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? Hi, Pika! Are you playing Hello Kitty Island Adventures? Ugh. Oh, I tried to run for them yesterday because I knew I wouldn't have time today. No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't. See, he is. They're framing him. You, Officer Meekins, you didn't, did you? Perpetrator, Officer Meekins, reporting, sir. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Alright, let's talk. Sir, I'm a patrolman of General Affairs, sir! Sir! Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had business that day, sir. And so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? And sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yow! What the heck is this guy doing? He's getting really anxious. Probably why. So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could do to wrap it up, sir. Bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Let's go in order. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you had to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light and or other creature comforts. Oh no. I don't know any detectives. Really? That's so weird. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None! Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand. That happened during the course of the crime. Well, you see, sir. Don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there's nothing I could do! Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock! Oh, the sorrow, sir! Can you imagine how I felt? Victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Interesting. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. Sir, now I remember! I remember, sir! You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card! That card was the cause of it all! This e-card? Exactly, sir! That's exactly it! Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I better pry into this one a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is you remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. That sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? Streaming with babies are so hard. That's the thing! Suddenly, he pointed a knife at me! What? Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him! Oh wow. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. Maybe his father's a detective. What happened then? Well, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. Oh, usually he does, but today, because I started going back to work and he took care of her all day, he didn't get a chance to go out to shovel the snow. And it snowed a bit heavily today. He's currently going to shovel, so I had to hold her for now. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, it's okay. Once in a while. He plays Hello Kitty Island Adventures sometimes. Maybe some Outlast Trials, but that's like also when she's really sleepy, so therapy shouldn't impact her. Maybe. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir, on that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room, that's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? Work was pretty good. I surprisingly just got back into it. It didn't feel too weird. I thought it would feel weirder, but I actually just continued working as if I took like a 1-week vacation or something. Pretty good. It's pretty ideal. The only thing is there's a few changes here and there, so that took a while getting used to, and also the fact that I like to do things and organize things a certain way, so I'm just kind of trying to get back into that. It's not too soon. No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime. The crime I swore to stamp out. It's there. It's me. It's on tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Well, guess we better go check out the crime scene. Yes, we do. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there is anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. See, well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir! We'll scour the place again, sir! Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Aha! Redo, my boy! How you been? Swim much? Oh ho ho, Chief Gant. Reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? He reminds me of the devil for some reason. I don't know why. Is Litchworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry video of him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. I mean, the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Fun karma. I like how while Dino and Pika plays like Hello Kitty Island Adventures, the moment like TMN pops in, she's playing 7 Days to Die. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I can tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in the 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Maybe it is a cross-like tie, but it's also like the organ music too. No, Redo, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. You know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut. He was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that? Whoops! I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want me to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half. Lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? Date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that, just... I should really get back to investigating the... Is this guy writing something else? The killer used a cassette tape. What a crafty trick. That gunshot was a fake. This is good. No one will expect a cassette tape in this day and age. Not running. Wow. He's writing a lot of, like, mystery novels. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor? Hmm? I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Such a long pause. Am I not allowed to? Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. I hope so too. It's like hit and miss. Fredo, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. But go ahead and investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to show, you never know until you ask. You here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honor. Just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the... No kidding. The evidence room is beyond the door. We have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. Won't open. Aha, the card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, barters. Well, well, what's made my Bambina sky so gray? Officer Marshall, why does it have to be him? What's that why does it have to be him look for? You may have surmised. This here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what is standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's a-waitin'. Put the card readers on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you homebreds. You're busy then? I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us homebreds. Oh, he's still willing to talk to us, so that's good. Hi, Dino! Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading a six-shooter, I say a little prayer. What the heck? What was that noise? What's that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. Just saying that because his stomach was growling. I have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking. pronto. Maybe he should get the lunch and not the other guy. Maybe then he'll talk. That smell! Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is it from the baby? My baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What? What's wrong? Blade steak lunch. I see. See. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask, munch, munch, anything, munch, smack. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Yeah, I guess we can try those questions again. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy? Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. Since I got the motive from Detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look like it. But I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Star told us something. Said that you were a detective 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in the prairie fire. Still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? It's been named so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? Day of our case. Wow, interesting. People are using timelines to their, like, they're really crazy. That's right. Evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals, too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins with. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The reader card leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Oh, are you giving that to me? This is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from the solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake. So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal was like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. Went to SL9 2 days ago. Let's see. Where can we... See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us the ID card record again. He was there twice. Or no, not that card. A 514. Look, the fourth number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 514, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. Wait, what did Officer Meekin say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. He asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly, he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Thank you. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Like I can... sweet. Alright. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe. Sorry, I gave that lunch away. You can't have it. Whoa! Whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. Hey, is she even tall enough to smack you on the head, Gumshoe? That seems a bit far-fetched. So, is it true what I heard? Redo, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, Sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So, go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. The chief of police Gant will loan anyone $50? I knew it! You were focused on that. Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're a boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Interesting. I kinda want to see it. Oh, okay, that's not really much going on here. Let's just talk to you. So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. My own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Haha, of course. I am a detective, after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the Inquiry Committee, right? Inquiry Committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in the court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. Case? Yeah, that case. SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. Bro, you really should start taking care of your stuff, man. That sounds like a lot of... Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. A lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. But the only locker we open is our own. Or we can open as our own. Normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? Handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, you get a shock. That's what happened. My hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know how to fingerprint locks. Interesting. Guess we should examine everything. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner! That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Oh, whoops. That was Phoenix. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence of something. If Detective Gumshoe put it. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. Guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Damn. Oh, what the heck? Looks like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Oh wow, you can do every single one? Okay, sure. This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. You really think it would? Hey pal, our security is high-tech around here. Okay, never mind. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal. That's that metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box? You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. Okay. Okay, kid. That's my phone. You gotta take good care of it, man. Now I can see why parents' phone cases are always cracked. Ooh, there's a handprint here. What's this? Blood. It's a little worn. There's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright. What if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use our testing fluid to check it out. Like, examine everything. Look, one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is slit. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. I forgot you don't see the thing yet. Oh, is there a thing I'm supposed to see? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. That's true, because he's dead. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Bit of gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? SL9 isn't, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. I wonder what these pieces were in before it was broke. Let's try to put it back together? Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Try putting the rest in place. Okay. What do I can't? There we go. Missing a piece. Oh, interesting. I will wait for Kyle. Huh? Well, I think we did it. All the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Is this stolen? I thought they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. That bothered me. 1. Why are some of the pieces missing? 2. Doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. Sure, to remember that next time I make a jar. Someone left the glove here, but only one. A bit of gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know? You mean SL9? Okay. Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my last studio. Or this is my studio. Here, in the evidence room? Okay, let's try spraying that luminol. Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. Okay. Oh, there we go. I wonder how much spray I have. That would be it. Why am I getting a reaction here? No reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I let you get some too. I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective could... It's actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. I knew it! This is someone's right handprint! What? What's the matter, Detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours? Please. You had to help me. When they come to take me away, promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Wow, detective, that's a bold thing to say. Dang. That's it for Bloodstain. Actually, I'm not sure what to do at this point. So let's just... That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. It's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to? Detective Gum should rebel against this. I actually don't know what to do. Let me think about this. Oh, new dialogue. I'm sorry, I don't know. Well, that's 20 for the left, but nowhere near that for the right. Get glasses, officer. I don't know if we have glasses, man. I don't think we have glasses. That wasn't a salute. It was an eye test. They make a good pair. The Blue Badger is still worthing around today. That's kind of cool. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, what police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday? Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. We've read all these dialogues before. add notes. Oh wait, I already did that. So confused. Wonder if done that too. Take a look at this. This is the ID card record for the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So, it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? The second number! That's your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth! What? Second number on this list. Belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? What? Interesting. Huh. Yeah, why would he be coming to the evidence room? At the office yet? Can we... Actually, I didn't finish talking. Did I? Never mind. Alright, time to move out. What else am I... Edgeworth's not in there yet. Wonder what good. Oh, did you not? Come on, present it to him. Death of Goodman's note. And that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth has was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? Guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? Serial killing. Serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident. So, the switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Hey pal, look at the time. Is there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to go give them my report for the day. It might help, you know. What? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. He needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe. It's true. I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edward has. Okay, well, I mean... then we should keep going. He's back. Oh, there. Whoa, long time no see, bellboy. Ah, guests. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth. I beg your leave. So long. Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. Yes, the hotel bring him tea service? This guy. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for— oh, sorry. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me some. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. On movie. Talk. Talk. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gap. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of, but still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, what's this? A record of ID card storage. Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief was never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case that was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor of... Okay, yeah, you're right. You are. You are. I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you're on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was the deputy chief of police on an investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than we were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? You were still studying forensic science? Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing. Well then, might have use for this. Ooh. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone. Thanks. How about giving these gumshoes? Okay, well, we can go back. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. I know, right? Poor Edgeworth. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint on someone. Did. Let's go back. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With enter, see? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? Neat, exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday. See? Wow, that looks fun. I'm getting used to though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. Guess I better give it a try. Second there, I wasn't sure what they wanted, but I think I... Aha! You did it! You found one! But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean, maybe gloves? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Knew it. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem like she... While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood? Oh, so close. There we go. Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. We're not done yet. This is quite... Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. Find out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. Whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence? I don't think this is a match. No match. Come on, how am I supposed to guess whose they are? Isn't it obvious? But the handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. They most likely belong to the owner of this evidence locker. Something wrong? I was just thinking, if you're so sure who it is, why don't you match the fingerprint? Mr. Wright! I was doing this for your benefit, so you'd learn! Fine, fine. Let me think. Who could have left these prints? Ooh, that's a match. Gumshoe? Come on, Gumshoe, what the heck? Wow. Aha! belongs to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Gave me this so what look. Yes, that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for this. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Yes, there was. So where we got a luminal fluid reaction, right? Right! There was a handprint here! Okay, want to try using this? Yes, please. There goes her eyes sparkling. It just happens to be his locker, yeah. I wonder where he got all the blood. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit! Oh, but I had to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. That means no prints. See that probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Let's choose this finger. I don't know if I'm even testing. Still missing something? I thought it looked pretty good. Heck. There we go. Oh, right, okay. I was like, huh, what am I supposed to do? Press a button to compare. I was like waiting for them to talk for like a while. Oh, no? Oh, wait, no, I chose the wrong one. Okay. There we go. Yay! Hey, these fingerprints, whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Ooh. That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. Luminal reaction. Blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a white blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall... It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what we call decisive evidence. Ooh, okay, guys, I think I'm gonna stop here. Ever since I started working, I've been getting like pretty sleepy since I don't sleep enough. And I think it's getting late too because it's like about 1. So before we all fall asleep, let's just end it and go to bed. Anyways, as for announcements, if Dano is not busy tomorrow, then she'll be continuing Atelier Ryza. And then depending on whether Pika is free or not, she'll be taking for the stream for Saturday. And Monday, hopefully, we can come back, finish up investigation. No, well, not investigation, trial for Ace Attorney. That's pretty much it. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I hope you guys all have a good night, good rest of the week. Next time. Night.